Hello, greetings, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're reaching out to me. My name is Augustine, and I'm here to give us a quick broadcast. I just came to my place of responsibility this morning, and as usual, I opened the blog and I found out that there was an update. Recall the last mass adoption meeting, the administration said that it was going to bring a blog or put a blog, and the blog will border on everything we summarized about in the meeting and a whole lot about JOYG. So I was anticipating to get it as at yesterday, but it didn't come. But I think this morning the administration has made it available. And it's very likely that he's going to talk about it in today's mass adoption meeting. So if you're just tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, welcome. And it's a pleasure having you. I would appreciate it if you can like this video and then subscribe to my channel so that consequently, anytime I'm available, you would get the notification. Click on the bell button so that consequently you get those notifications and then follow up on our community. What I concern myself about is just this community. I don't make any other broadcasts pertaining other things. It's just this community. So I want us to sit back, tighten your seatbelt as I take my time to educate the community. First of all, I want to begin by saying that over here in Nigeria, there are a lot of people saying a whole lot of things about the community. And I want to first of all begin by telling us something. The simply brilliant community are not for the feeble-minded people. I want you to hear, the simply brilliant community are not for the feeble-minded people. If you compare this school, this organization, this private society to a career, this is a career. Any individual that is a member in this community is building a career path into becoming a billionaire. Yes, becoming a billionaire is a career path. And I want to tell you that when your father has a business, your father employs people to handle the business and he can fire them at will. Yes, but the truth is that the children of that your father and yourself, if you are a heir of your father, will inherit that business. So it also applies to this community. If you are listening to me and you happen to be on the core team, backup team, rotator team, you are someone building generational wealth and you are going to employ people and your children will inherit this wealth that you are bringing. So it is not something that you are looking at that will happen in 1 year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 7 years. You are going to build this wealth for the rest of your life. So those of us who are complaining and are crying and are saying that the conditions put out by the administration is so difficult, I want you to consider your ways because we are going to continue to grow and the challenges, the conditions that will be put out by the administration will also continue to appreciate. And he is building and bringing out the billionaire in you. Yes, we are going through refining process and we are at one level. In fact, I can liken our level to level 2. Of course, there is level 1 and now we're in level 2. And then very soon we get to level 3 and then level 4. And the purpose of all this is to refine your thinking. It is to teach you how to think, talk, and act like a billionaire. It is to teach you how to overcome obstacles. Many people are so engrossed with challenges and we enjoy facing challenges and holding ourselves in those challenges. Whatever you see the administration do is not that he's doing it to make things difficult for you to fall off. He's not doing that. I want us to understand the man wants you to succeed and I as well want you to succeed. Now, if you are choosing to stay back and then want to set up pity parties, want people to console you, then I want you to consider your ways because it's not going to help. The breed of people we are looking at are people that are superior in their minds, people that are ready to face challenges head on and then overcome those challenges. That's the kind of people we are looking at. I don't know whether you are among them. If you are, then come on. If you are someone that is thinking twice, reconsider your ways because we must push this thing to where we're supposed to get to, which is membership base of 1 billion. And it's going to happen sooner than expected. On that note, I'm going to share my screen now so that we can look into the updates the administration put out. All right. So this is it. And we are a Joy G sensitive community. And here is why. So we are going to read it together and I'll make my own interpretation from time to time. And with that, if there are people that have questions to ask, you can ask your questions. I warned all of you within recent blog posts and mass adoption trainings that selling JOYG right now slows all of us down. The very short-term benefits, the very short-term benefits, the very short-term benefit any individual would get by selling JOYG right now slows down how fast all of us can get access to the long-term benefits of having a consistent high JOYG price. Have you noticed that your entire KCBO dashboard is all about JOYG right now? We are a JOYG price sensitive community. JOYG is how bounties are paid. JOYG is how all the bills of this entire SBC operation is paid. A high JOYG price keeps us alive. When I am practically the only seller of JOYG, you can see we have rapid price recovery. It was highlighted in capital letter. Rapid price recovery. See chart below. So this is chart below, and these are instances where it went down, and in a matter of 45 minutes or less, it recovers. And then the administration is pointing to us that all these were when he was the one in charge. And he craved our indulgence. He asked us to follow the instructions. Don't sell. I want to be the only one selling. But of course, we human beings are wonderful. Well, let's keep reading and hear more. Joy G is a baby. Is a baby newborn crypto. It's a baby newborn crypto. It takes time to build up a large base of Joy G holders. So until we get to that point of having a large base of JOYG hodlers, we need to focus on using JOYG to make program fee payments instead of seeing JOYG as a coin for traders. Well, I hope we can share these informations. Leverage is 1,000 times more valuable than this community. Leverage is 1,000 times more valuable to this community than trading. Keep your eyes on the value of the coins in your match account. You have millions of dollars worth in there right now. We don't want that value to dissolve down to a few cents for everyone. Why do I use the term leverage? Consider the fact that none of you paid for the JOYG coins in your match account. The match is a reward system to encourage community growth. On the other hand, a trader buys coins out of their own pockets, hoping that they can profit. We want all of our members to get millions of dollars out of this match within a reasonable time. We started making $35 to those that banked up that amount inside of the match account. We have already paid out 35 to 5,000 on the core and backup teams. But due to too much selling of JOYG, we had to bring everything to a halt. I warned you. I warned you all this would happen within recent blog posts and mass adoption trainings. Keep your eyes on this wallet address. This is the wallet address the administration is asking you to put your eyes on. Okay? And then he's also trying to show us an evidence of the wallet address. And 7.5G JOYG. Okay, so this is someone's wallet address. I don't know what he's trying to point out, but let's keep reading. Now you can sell all the 5,000 $35 payments, and we want to pay. You can sell all the 5,000 $35 payments, and we want to pay all 16,111 $35 a week. But when the price of JOYG dipped to about 2,200, we had to stop making those payments. Plus, we put bounties into maintenance, stopped buying buybacks or stopped paying buybacks. Banking up was set to zero and put off rolling out of JOYG versions of staking. Why? Oh, that means everything was brought to a full stop. Now, because I needed to do everything within my power to stop traders from selling JOYG right now. When JOYG price gets to 4,000, I want us to take note of this. When JOYG price gets to 4,000, then I will turn everything back on, starting with bounties. Now he said starting with bounties. The price should be bouncing between 3,500 and 4,000 for now. Help this baby crypto grow up faster than paying program fees. Help this baby crypto grow up faster by paying program fees right now so that coins recently added to the circulation of supply end up on the admin wallet. So he's trying to keep circulating it. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Now he's putting out this coin again. Now, this particular coin, he said, I'm soaking up the supply as fast as I can while still paying all the bills for the operation. Then the Pancake Swap wallet gets down to about 23 JOYG coins. Then we will have a price of about $4,000. If none of you are selling JOYG and our members that don't have any JOYG go to buy some in order to pay their program fees, then they will buy up the coins out in PancakeSwap liquidity pools and won't have any sellers adding liquidity back into the PancakeSwap. We could get to a price of 4,000 within a single day. And this article being on the blog, if all of you that can afford to buy now do so, buy with the intent to use JOYG you bought to pay for program fee. Be more excited about leverage and the system I set up to make all of you wealthy over what you do not, over what you can do yourselves. Hold on. Be more excited about leverage and the system I set up to make all of you wealthy over what you can do for yourselves in trading. So, what the administration is trying to imply is leverage. If we go about leveraging, things will be easier for us. So, this is a simple instance. And of course, this is JOYG, and then this is dollar. And then with the concept of leverage, if all of us focus on hodling and doing peer-to-peer, the price will go up. And when it goes up, all of us gains. I think that's what the administration is trying to say. So this is the article. And I'm also optimistic that the administration will talk about it in details in today's mass adoption meeting. But the administration said, keep your eyes on this wallet. Now, I don't have a full understanding. Maybe it's the wallet that he's using to soak up the supply. I don't know. But I want to just give us a quick one. In this community, the administration wants to give us an opportunity to stand and cooperate and work as one body. So many people out there are saying things they don't know. Yes, so many people are saying things they don't know. And some people are offended because the administration is telling us to follow the rules. Now, I'm going to go to our present, um, the market. Let's see the price as at now. So let me share my screen again. Hold on, please. Okay. So share screen. So this is it. I'm sure we're seeing it. And you can check it out from PancakeSwap or PoolCoin or whichever one that is okay by you. Now we are on 2,904. And I think before the end of today, it should get to 3,000. Now, it's about um, slow gratification. And another thing I should want us to understand, or I should let us know, is the holders. I didn't even notice this until yesterday. The number of people that are holding JOYG now are about 5,498. It won't be long from now, it will get to 6,000. It won't be long from now, it will get to 7,000, and then shortly 10,000. Now, this is what growth looks like. That's what I call growth. We are growing. And I want to sound a note of warning, and I want to ask us to cooperate, because this that has happened to us is going to be a lesson. If some people chooses to do nothing and they just fold their hands and then take it personal and get offended with the system, get offended with the admin, you know what's going to happen? It wouldn't affect the admin at all. Okay? You can say whatsoever you like. It doesn't change anything at all. But you would affect yourself and you'll fall off. I want you to picture what this community will look like in about 2 years from now. I want you to just picture where we filled out all the rotator teams, the founding levels, and they have consolidated. Of course, you know what consolidating is. Not today you pay, tomorrow you fall off. I'm talking of when we have finished doing the filter process and then built people that, of course, the core team members, it may sound funny, but this is true. All the core team members are supposed to be paying yearly subscription fee. If you're on the core team and you're not paying a yearly subscription, then at least you should make up for 6 months. If you're on the core team and what you are doing is on a monthly basis, I can tell you that we would get to a point we will do upgrades. And when we start doing upgrades and we start doing one thing or the other, or there is a technical hitch and it takes a while, and then you are close to your expiration of your account and you can't handle it, you can't pay, you think you are going to still be in the community. No, the system will not compromise you. The system will remove you. So I'm actually making you understand the mind of those that are going to exist on the core team, on the backup team, and on the rotator team. If you're on the team of any of these categories and you're paying monthly, I understand that things are difficult. But I want you to see the mind of those that the administration wants to be on that team. It's not those who are feeble-minded. It is not those that are struggling to get by. Yes, and at the same time, he's not asking that you should be a billionaire or to have so much wealth. What is required of you? Leverage. The whole concept of this community is based on the principle of leverage. Leverage is all we ask of you. Go out there, bring in 2 people, and then make sure you consolidate those 2 people by telling them the truth. And then they pay their subscription fee. And then bring 2 people at a time, or bring in 1 person at a time. And it is not something that you should rush. It's not something you rush. You take your time. Yes, you can. If you bring in 2 people every month, it's a good one. It means that in 12 months, you have brought in 24 people. If you bring in 24 people, that is leverage. Now, the foundation, your foundation is those 24 people. So it depends on what kind of foundation you are. You may be a pile foundation. Of course, you know that the pile foundation are the kind of foundations that are rooted down to the earth's core. You may be a raft foundation. Those of us who are fishermen, we know what a raft looks like. So whenever pressure is put on one point, the pressure is distributed to the other point so that it balances out. That's a raft. Now, if you are a pad foundation, of course, you know what a pad foundation is. Now, you could also be a strip foundation. There are kinds of foundation, and it depends on the soil that building is upon. Now, there are different kinds of soil. There is the African soil. When I'm talking about soil, I'm not talking about soil literally. I'm talking about the environment we are existing upon. Africa has an environment which is given to corruption. Of course, corruption are everywhere, but there is a kind of corruption that is so evident and obvious, which is Africa. Not necessarily Nigeria, Africa as a whole. And it was a deliberate plan that the elites used to keep Africa where it is, because from my point of view, Africa is the richest continent in the world. We have all manner of natural resources. We even have crude oil. But it's a plan to keep us that way, and they have enslaved us so much by giving us so much loans that we can never pay back all our life. And if we choose to continue with the system set up by the elites, it's going to be destructive. Now, that's a kind of soil. There is another soil that is prevalent in the Asian country and also those in North America and all that. So what foundation are you building upon? There are some people that don't want to associate with our kind of community. That's where you have leverage. You have places like Facebook, you have places like Instagram, you have places like Twitter, you have friends, you have something. There should be something you have which you are very familiar with. Use it to grow your community. Use it to talk to people and let them understand the consequences required of them to be in this community. If you are in this community, in the future, you are going to be well to do, but they should know the price they have to pay. And for me, if you ask me, the price is small, just a 1 year commitment for this community, roughly $410. $410, yes, I'm saying it's $410. Okay, let me explain to you why I say it's $410. Well, let me stop sharing my screen. But you see this is we are moving in the right direction, and I'm happy. Very soon our liquidity will get to 200,000. Shortly it will get to 500,000. Shortly it will get to 1 million. I predict that before September our liquidity will get to 1 million, over 1 million. And then I also think that by that time you wouldn't just be withdrawing $140 every month. You should be withdrawing more, provided we don't sell. If we are going to sell, we go peer to peer, because what admin's plans are is huge, is so huge that you and I can't even comprehend what kind of wealth he wants to give you. But those wealth can only be given to you following basic principles. Well, I hope we learn. And if we don't learn, anything we see, we take. If we fall off the community, do not say it was admin that caused it. It was not admin that caused it. You caused it to yourself. So let's go to the last point. And then if there are questions you have to ask your questions. Please remember that today is mass adoption meeting. Please avail yourself for the mass adoption meeting and allow the administration to interpret the blog in his own words. And then that particular wallet address, he would explain what it is and then why he actually talked about it. Remember that that's not his actual wallet address. For you to know the admin's wallet address, try to pay your subscription fee. The wallet address that you pay into is admin's wallet address. So that one is different from the wallet address I know. But then let's allow the mass adoption meeting to come so that we'll know. Now, as at today, the price of 1 grain of gold is 4.2. I want us to take note of this. As the economy falls apart, gold has always stood test of time. So I want to make my prediction that before the end of this year, the price of a grain of gold will nearly hit $5, or it will hit $5. It is $4.2 now. And then when you look at it, you'll find out that your subscription fee is now roughly $34. I also think that before the end of this year, your subscription fee, at its default state, may get to $40. And then those of us who are on the core team, backup team, and the rotator team, rotator 22, if we follow instructions, we wouldn't need to bring money from our pocket. All we need to do is bank, and then after a short while, we withdraw it into our MetaMask, and we pay. Now, some people are having this idea, and I want to debunk this idea. Please listen to me. I want to debunk this idea. The administration has said, train the weak, support the strong. So many of you are having this idea of having, when you have money from the system to withdraw into your MetaMask, that you are going to bring in your brothers, you bring in your sisters, and you pay for them. Now, the question I'll ask you is, your brother and your sister and all you want to bring in willing to pay the price? Or are you just bringing them in and say, I want to help them come out of poverty so that I'll be paying their accounts? And then you pay their account, they don't come for mass adoption meeting. You pay their account, you don't take them through proper tutorial about the community. You pay their account, you don't take time to make them understand that they can grow their downlines and be self-sufficient and independent over time. You just want to pay their account, and then you just want them to sleep and wake up, and then they enter into wealth. Wealth is not gotten by sleeping and waking up, and then they ask you, what organization are you into? And you're like, it was my brother that brought me in. Ask my brother, he knows the name. He's just doing it for me so that I will be a billionaire. It doesn't work that way. If you are thinking from that point of view, debunk that thought. It's not going to favor you, because at some point, we are going to have upgrades, we are going to have maintenance. And when we have upgrades and maintenance, and maybe you don't get your reward for that week, and maybe that person's account is due for payment, and then you don't have an alternative source because you are solely dependent on the system, what you can bank and what you can use to pay. What's going to happen is that you will fall out, and then whoever it is you've been bringing into will fall out. Get it? Thinking like a billionaire means being able to influence being able to have effects, how to influence your friends, your loved ones, whoever it is that is around your influence zone. That's what the administration is doing. Core team, backup team, rotator team, billionaires. You must have an influence because you guys are the ones that will change the world. The millionaires are going to be the first set of employment zone because the millionaires will never have up to one SBC. All they are just going to do is bring up ideas. You look up the ideas, you sponsor the ideas, they employ labor to help in executing that ideas. Simple. Now, the labor that they are bringing in may come in as the employment zone, and these billionaires or millionaires that we are going to be bringing in, there will be 1 billion millionaires, and each of these millionaires will be having job responsibilities or they'll be employers of labor in different capacities. Some of them will be having buildings to build. Some people will have bridges. Some people will have markets to open. We'll have different things. So whatever your minds are, if you are in the millionaire zone, you are the first category of the employment. And then with your ingenuity, you bring in labor, and then you pay those labor with our medium of exchange, which is GGR. And then as you do that, people are doing work, and that's how the economy would naturally grow. So the real owners of this system are those that are 1,111,111, and the governors of this system are the administrative cadre or the founders, which are 111,111. You guys will have the wealth, and they are subdivided into the central banks, commercial banks, microfinance banks. So whichever millionaire, depending on the kind of project the millionaire wants. If the millionaire wants to have a big project, the millionaire will not go to microfinance banks. Instead, they'll go to either the commercial banks or the central banks in our private community. And then after deliberations and then looking at it, using a system called equity-based financial system. We're moving away from the debt-based financial system. And as the economy grows and builds a GGR economy, the biggest GGR economy in the world, we're going to replace this with what? An equity-based financial system. As we evolve into that system, people will get to know about it. But what I'm trying to point out to you is your mindset. Many of you are having this mindset, I will help this and I'll help that. This community is not helping. It is making sure that you are toughened. Whatever you're going through now is a system of toughening you. When you are being refined as gold, you are going to go through several purification processes, and it's not a friendly one. It's not something that you will just enjoy. Many of you are saying, why can't admin just make it easy for us? No, because when he makes it easy for you, the slightest challenge, you take it personal, you get angry, you get offended. That's not how this system works. And if you ask me, I can tell you that the system hasn't been easy, but it doesn't mean because the system hasn't been easy, I get angry and I become negative. No, because I know where this system will end. I know where this system will take me to. And that's why I relax, okay? And anybody that is 100% dependent on this system is not wise. You should be able to manage 2-3 systems at the same time, okay? And then if you're able to manage it well, then good. Now, if you are giving yourself 100% attention of this system, then make sure that your downlines are enough. If you are making yourself a full-time staff in this system, which is a good one, I'm not saying it's a bad one, but what I'm trying to point out is don't depend on what the system will give you, at least at this early stage. Many of you say, I want the money, my account will soon expire. Oh, what do I do? No, you have to think outside the box. Okay, if the system is no more, what happens? You are dead. If the system is no more, what happens? Come on, you have to be wiser than this, okay? All right, now I'm finalizing. As at now, this is 8 grains of gold. And of course, you know that to pay your subscription fee, it's not 8 grains. You must have at least 9 grains of gold. So what is this? This is roughly $38. Now, remember I said that before the end of this year, based on how the economy is reacting and collapsing by the elites planning it to make sure that they shut down the system and set up their own system, which is purely digital, this price this year may likely get to $40. And then as it keeps going up and up and up, you and I has been supported by the system. And if we follow instructions, we may never need to bring money out of our pockets again. We will have evidence to be able to speak to people, tell them this, tell them that, and they will listen and they will come in. And if they come in, they must be willing to make their own commitments. Let me explain. Yearly subscription, okay? And then what they have, let's say it's $410. Now, it's 96 grains of gold, right? 96 grains of gold. Now, this is 96 grains of gold, which is yearly subscription. Now, before it was 84, and that was because admin subsidized it. Now it's no more subsidized, it's 96. Now, this is $405, okay? And this is if you pay it that way without subscription, without transaction charges. But of course, you know that transaction charges will be involved. So therefore, it's going to be 97. 97 is what? Remember I said about $410. Now, this is $409. I'm rounding it off, okay? But as a cash center will take 98. And 98 is how much? $413. Now, let's understand. Everybody in the community must know how to pay his subscription fee. Okay, whether you're going 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you must know how to do it yourself. If you don't know how to do it, you are still depending on someone, then you are not ready to own that title as a billionaire. You are not ready. So what I'm pointing out is your mindset. Let's learn this system. This system is not expected to come on a platter of gold. So many of you who fell off, you are expecting the system to do the work for you and you do nothing. No. Until we've built our economy to 1 billion, we have been able to go about the distribution. Distribution is serving two purposes. One, it is giving money to people who are paying attention. Two, it is picking out the best. By the time we finish our distribution, the people that will end up on the core team will be the most intelligent, smartest, those who paid attention and follow instructions. Those on the backup team will follow. Those on the rotator team will follow as well. But then all of us will work together to make sure that we make the economy run, because revenues that will be generated will be shared equally through rotator. Of course, you know what rotator fundings are. So the revenue will be shared among us. And you know, at that point, you are a government. And you know it is blockchain. You have to be very careful. It's not going to be blockchain using JOYG. It's going to be GGR. And GGR will also be a blockchain. Okay? So if you choose to involve in anything shady, the system will identify it. And when it identifies it, then there will be sanctions that will follow. Now, let me give an instance. You as an individual are having a revenue base of 500,000 on a monthly basis. Now, it's okay for you to use 497,000 to run the economy. And then you have savings of about 3,000. And then out of 3,000 savings, you can pick in 500 to do one or two things. And then you keep the remaining as change. Just in case the economy would need something to attend to urgently, you have a change of about 2,000 something. You use it to run that economy. Now, there's going to be monthly evaluations of how you are doing. It's not going to be like the government of the Nigerian economy where people do what they like and then they go scot-free. No, the economy that we're going to build in, there will be so much checks and balance that you will not just feel comfortable if you want to do something ungodly. The system will see you, the system will catch you, and consequences will follow. So as you are growing, prepare your mind to where you are moving to. See the future, don't see the present. Because most of you are so short-sighted that you are seeing the present, not the future. Okay? All right, so on this note, I'll be bringing this meeting to a close. Some of you want to have one or two questions to ask. If you have your questions to ask, please. This I'm giving is a preamble to the mass adoption meeting. The mass adoption meeting will be more detailed, much more detailed than what I've said. The administration is the author of this system and he knows how to go about it so that you understand. Many of you should please see the future, don't see the present. And I can tell you that if things are done the right way, before the end of this year, the price of JOYG may get to $10,000. Yes, if things are done well, we follow instructions, we don't sell, we keep the money, and we just grow organically. Remember that we'll release this when it's 4,000. It won't be so long, it will get to 5,000. It won't be so long, it will get to 6,000. And as it keeps going up, it keeps going up. We have a way number of months before the end of this year. If we cooperate, at least we should be able to, even if we don't do so well, by the end of this year, we should be looking at the price of JOYG at around 7,000, 7,000. We can do it together as long as we grow the community and everybody follows the instructions that are given. Yes, it's very possible. All right, so on this note, let me quickly, brother, good morning to you. Yeah, Atanga Dora, right? Good morning, my friend. And then my beloved sister, good morning. Augustine, thanks for your continuous support rendered to our community. The real support is growing the community. I'm just giving information to the community because it appears most of us are misinformed, or most of us, we have our own narrative, which is not in alignment with the narrative of the administration. So anyway, thank you so much, beloved. I appreciate. Now, good morning, my brother. I say you are really doing well for us. God bless you. Keep it up. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Now we are behind the admin. He cares for humanity. People should learn to follow simple instruction. Thank you, leader, for always trying to educate the community. Yeah, you're welcome, beloved sister. I appreciate. Sometimes I wonder if you're a sister or a brother because you write sister man, Cynthia man, and I see the picture of a lady. Well, I want to believe you are a sister. So, hello, Council Augustine. Greetings. Greetings to you as well, beloved brother. All right. So if there are questions to ask, you can ask your questions. Whatever you have to say, you can say it now within the next few seconds so that we can round off this meeting. Remember, mass adoption meeting, 4 p.m. West African time. Okay? All right. It doesn't look like anyone is making any response. So if you are just tuning into my broadcast, remember to like, remember to share, remember to subscribe, and also click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you would get the notification. All right? Okay, so till I come your way again some other time, cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.